Okay, we're going to be talking about the Broken Link Notifier plugin. We are in version 1.2.5. This video is an update from the previous video since we've made some exciting upgrades to the plugin. And basically what this plugin does is it simply just notifies you when a user has stumbled upon a page that has a broken link on it. So it's not going to scan your whole site like normal plugins do. It's going to just check what's on the page. If somebody is on a page with a broken link, whether they visit it or not, it's going to uh, check it and make sure that it works. If it doesn't, then it's going to add it to a results page for you, and you can have it emailed to you or sent to Discord, etc. So let's go right into it, and I'll show you how it works. So I'm going to go to my admin area of my website, and I'm going to go to plugins and add a new plugin. And let's just type in Broken Link Notifier. And we got it right here. And we're going to install this and activate it. And we can jump right over to the settings. And on this page, right out the bat, you have a few different options that you can go through. And what I recommend doing is just disabling the email while you are testing things out. You may or may not even need the email. Personally, because I manage a whole slew of websites, I don't enable the email. I just come back and check when I'm going through all my updates and stuff, which I do on a daily basis. And I check to see if there are any broken links while I'm on there. So, and you'll be able to see if you have any broken links from the admin bar. There's this little broken link icon, and it'll show you how many there are. And so, but we'll get into that in just a minute. You could also, like I said, do a notification to Discord, or we even have Microsoft Teams notifications. And there is help documentation in the help section here that gives you a step-by-step on how to do those. I'm not going to go into those right now. Some of these other settings we'll go through in a bit, but what we're going to do out of the gate is we're going to come down here and click on the show results in Dev Console so I can show you what that looks like, and then hit save changes. And then we're going to start testing. So let's jump over to the pages, and you'll see that I had already made a test page with broken links on there, so you don't have to see me typing it all up. Basically, all I did was I added a good link, which goes to google.com, and then a couple broken links here, which is just random nonsense. Also, a button that's broken. We have an image that's good, an image that's bad, a video that's good, and a video that's bad. So now we'll go ahead and take a look at this page, and you can see, the one image wasn't working and the one video isn't working. And what we'll do is we'll go to the Dev Console, and you can see some of the results down here. So you can see that there are 9 links found. And if you click on that, and you can see all the links that are on the page, and then you can see the scan results here. If we open this up, you can see that 5 broken links were found, and it generated the results in 2.5 seconds. And this is only showed because we enabled the show results in Dev Console. Of course, you could turn that off by unchecking that in the settings, and it's still going to run. Now, if you do go back to the settings here, I can show you that you could pause the front end scanning at any time, but that kind of defeats the purpose of the plugin. Now, some people do want to just use this plugin for the multi-scan option, which is completely fine. You can pause the front end scanning and still use that, which I'll go over in just a minute. But for now, let's just go ahead and check out our results. So you can see here we have a notification that there are 5 results. Also up in the admin bar, you can click on either one, and it'll take you to the results page. And on here, you can see the 5 broken links that we found on the page. We have the type that shows you that it's broken, what code it is, and the error message that it gets. We have the link here, and the source, which is the page that it's found on, and then of the source type, if it's a page or a post or custom post type, and then we have the date that it was discovered, the user that was logged in when it was discovered, or it'll say guest if it's a user that's not logged in. And then we have the method, which is the front end visit, which can also be the multi-scan or the page scan, and then the verification. Now, this verification will automatically recheck all of the links when you load this page. So if we just do a refresh and we pay attention to this column here, you'll see that it checked all of the links again. And what happens is sometimes those links won't actually be broken, or they'll be temporarily seen as broken because there's some kind of server slowdown or whatever. This gives you a chance to recheck it before you go and try to fix the link when it doesn't really need it. So it does save a lot of time, especially when you have a lot of broken links showing up. And for whatever reason you do want to turn that off, you can do so in settings, which is this option right here to pause the results auto verification. So now going back to the results page, you have a few options to work with. Under the link, you can clear the result, which is basically if you go and you fix the link or want to retry it, then you can clear the result and it'll take it off of the page. Now what's going to happen is if it's still broken, and the next time you go and scan it, it's going to come back and show back up on this results page. Now, if it is a good link and for whatever reason it's just showing as broken, you can always omit it so that it doesn't get flagged as broken again. So what you do is you just hit omitted, and then next time this link comes up, it's just going to skip it, and it's not going to come back onto the results. Now, if you do have a link that is broken, you can go and view the page, which will show you where the broken link is. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and you can see that it's highlighted, shows you exactly where that broken link is. Then you can edit your page and go and fix it. Or the easier way, under the link, you hit replace link and then fix the link, whatever it is, and then just hit enter. And it'll say that it's replaced. It'll replace it on the page, and you don't have to actually go in and edit it. Then the next time if you refresh again, you'll see that that link is gone, and obviously it's still broken. It's going to show up, but you get the point. Now, if you want to omit links that include a certain prefix, you can just come over here and copy the first part of the link and then go over to omitted links, and then you can come here, paste that in, and then you can just do an asterisk at the end, and that works as a wildcard. And then you can put on here, all YouTube videos should be omitted, whatever you want to put. You don't have to put anything. And then from now on, anytime a YouTube link shows up at all, it's going to skip it entirely. So now going back to the results page, you can see it retested it, and now it's omitted, and then it won't show up again. Now over here, we also have the option to omit the page, so that entire page won't get scanned in the future. You can rescan the entire page as well by hitting scan page, and that's going to show you pretty much the same thing that's happening in that dev console on the front end, but it'll give you a little bit more information as far as what's omitted, what's not. And this kind of works the same way. You can omit it from here, or you can find it, which goes to the page and shows you where the link is. So this is a good way to tell whether or not something is getting picked up at all. Helps you kind of debug it and see what you need to do to fix things. Now there is another thing that you can do, which is called the multi-scan. And what this does is it allows you to scan all of your posts or all of your pages without having the user visit the page in order to pick those links up. So here you can just scan the posts or the pages. We'll just go ahead and scan the pages, and you can see right away it's starting to scan all of those pages. And it's going to show you those results right here. And what it's going to do is it's just going to scan the pages that are on this first page of pages. So if you have 50 pages, you're only going to see 20 of them at a time. So it's only going to scan those 20 at a time. And then you would just hit the next page, and then it will scan the next 20, et cetera, et cetera. Now, if you do want to scan more at a time, you can always change this up here to however many you want, and then it'll rescan with that many on a page. Pretty simple, but it gives you the option to quickly check all of your pages for broken links without overwhelming the site by trying to do the entire site all at once, and then it ends up timing out and you have all kinds of issues with it. So it's good to do that when you first install the plugin, which is why we turned off the email notifications in the first place. We don't get notified of all of these broken links when we're clearly seeing what is broken, what's not. We don't need to be notified again. Now you can also just go straight to the pages or the posts, and you can start the scan from up top. Rather than having to go to the broken links, multi-scan, and hit posts, you can just come up here, hit scan posts, and it'll start doing it. And in my case, we have no broken links because, well, this is just a hello world post that doesn't even have any links on it. If we go back to Broken Link Notifier and into the settings, I'll explain a little bit more about each of these. So let's scroll past the notifications and go to the user agent. The user agent is basically an HTTP header sent by the website to identify itself to the remote server. So when it tries to check for a broken link, this is what the other site is going to see. So some websites, for example, like Twitter, do not like requests from WordPress. So if there are issues with certain sites, you can change this, but you really need to know what you're doing in order to take advantage of this. Now with Twitter or X now, the plugin will automatically change that user agent for you in that case. But other sites, we don't know all the different sites and what they're going to do. So this gives you a little bit of flexibility there. Now, timeout is how long it tries to connect to the link server before quitting, just like the description says. The default is 5 seconds until it gives up. If you want to be a little bit more stringent about it, you can change this to, say, 3, or you can change it to 10 or whatever you want. But 5 is a pretty good number. Otherwise, it could cause performance issues in the long run if you have it set too long. Maximum redirects is, just like the description says, is the max number of redirects before giving up on the link. And if you want to disable it altogether, you can just uncheck it here. Force documents to use head requests is an option that you can set if you have links to a lot of documents, usually larger documents that are not completing a scan and coming back as broken all the time. So you can enable that, see if that fixes it. But I would keep it off if that's not the case. I like to keep the warnings enabled. You can turn them off if you only really want those hard broken links to be showing up in your results. Now, there is an option for you to enable the delete source action link. And what that does is if you go to your results and underneath here, it will add a delete source option. So if you have a page that has been deleted, then it will automatically omit that link on the rescan. But if you wanted to just delete the source straight from here, you can do that by enabling that setting. Now, I didn't want to enable that by default because sometimes people are a little anxious about having a link that deletes an entire page. And I don't blame you. I don't want to have that option as well. But somebody did ask for it, so we made it an option, and there you go. So heading back over to the settings here, you can turn off the ability to check for broken images if you just want to skip all the images and go straight for like text links, etc. Some people have asked to not have to check the images all the time because it does take a little bit longer. Trying to make this as flexible as possible here. As a security precaution, also, we do have the ability to warn if an SSL certificate is not verified on one of the links. It will come back as not verified. If you do have this unchecked, then it'll just come back as a good link, whether or not the site has a valid certificate or not. Now you can also scan the header and footer elements by checking these. Usually I just recommend doing it once when you first install the plugin, so you can check it, make sure that everything's good, but you certainly don't want to check that every single time. Once you have your header and footer set up and you know the links are good, then just keep it disabled, and then you're only scanning the content, and it speeds things up and helps your performance. We already talked about showing results in the dev console. We did add an option for caching the good links. I do recommend this if you have a lot of links on your site. I usually go to like 24 hours. So you would just take the 24 hours, which is, this is determined in seconds. So we would put the 86,400. And what that's going to do is it's going to cache the good links for 24 hours and not have to keep checking those links every time a person visits the page. And it'll help for performance. You can also enable the multi-scan for different post types. Obviously, we're going to have posts and pages, but if you have other custom post types that you want to add on there, you can do that. And lastly, you do have flexibility to change the status type. So right now, the broken status types are these ones right here, and then the warning status types are the two mentioned. But if you click on here, you can check what all those status types are, and you can change them to whatever you want them to be. Again, more flexibility, the better. So, and that's pretty much it. Now all I have to do is pay attention to how many broken links I have and go to my results and fix my links as they come in. And I never have an issue with my SEO or visitors getting upset because I have broken links all over the place. So I hope it helps you. And if you have any questions, you can always come back to our support forum on the repo, or if you scroll down on the bottom here, you will see that we have a link to our Discord support server as well. Please let us know if you need anything at all. Thank you.